Welcome back to the channel, guys. I say this a lot, a good one for y'all today, but this one, I honestly mean it. A very clean 2016 Cadillac CTS-V. Mr. Adams originally gave us a deposit for 800 horsepower package, and while he was waiting, we went ahead and added a little bit more to it. So let me pop the hood and show you how good this thing looks under the hood, and then I can take y'all to show y'all how well this thing performs on the street.
Experience the thrill of unrivaled performance. Our team of experts takes your ride to the next level. From horsepower gains to custom enhancements, we deliver results. Late model racecraft. We talkin' or we racing?
Alright, as y'all can see, this thing looks absolutely incredible under the hood, at least in my opinion. So Mr. Adams, he is local to us, I think 30 minutes or an hour away. Originally left us a deposit for an 800 horsepower package, which many of y'all that watch our channel know. Engine comes out, new lifters, new camshaft, valve springs, the whole engine gets redone, stock short block still. As far as supercharger speed, we put a lower ATI balancer on it to spin the blower harder, stock supercharger pulley from the top, and really that's where he was when we talked to him, right? I'd say a couple of weeks before he brought the car in, he said, man, I want this thing to make a little bit more power if I can. So we upsold him on doing complete flex fuel, so we added a flex fuel sensor to it, which you cannot see, as well as a Lowside fuel system, so we can run it on pump gas or E85. Then we got to talking a little bit more and talked about how he wants it to look good under the hood. And that's where, in my opinion, this thing, it makes this car look absolutely gorgeous. I can only say it so many times. We do our complete billet valve covers on each side of the engine, billet, supercharger lid, and then we do what's called the Coil Pack Relocation kit. So normally the coils are mounted right on top of the valve cover. We now mount them on the back on the firewall for the Cadillacs, like the Z01s, you can see them back there. On the Corvettes, we usually mount the coils like in the fenders. But when you pop the hood and you see this thing now, there's no wires, no lines, nothing at all on top of the valve cover or the supercharger. We even run all the electrical lines underneath the supercharger, so the engine bay, in my opinion, looks like a race car engine bay. Super clean, you actually see the engine, and you don't just see a bunch of plastics and coil packs, and you don't see the engine. A real race car engine, you get to see the supercharger and you get to see the engine, the cylinder heads and valve covers. This is just the way I think they should have came from the factory. They look really good. Now this thing is essentially our 850 horsepower package because he can run pump gas or E85, and he's gonna look damn good doing it. So 2016, man, a 9-year-old vehicle, 30,000 miles on it. It's gonna be a fun weekend toy for him to drive. We are on some Michelin, so I will be as gentle as I can be on E85, but let's go take this thing for a drive and let me show you guys how good this thing runs, how smooth it is, even for a 9-year-old vehicle. So you V300s out there looking to mod yours, give us a call. We have several different options from 650 horsepower to all the way up to obviously 1200 horsepower. So let's go hop in it and have some fun. We're out test driving Mr. Adams 2016 CTS-V. Man, guys, I always say you get the best of both worlds with these Cadillacs. You get luxury, very comfortable drives, and then after our package, depending on which one you do, insane performance out of a car that you can drive every day. And to be so smooth, even with the camshaft we put in it, 8-speed automatics that come in these compared to the old school cars that had the 6-speed autos. The torque converters in them, they were a lot tighter. They're like 1500 stall converters, where the new 8 speeds, these are closer to around 22, 2500 stall converters from the factory. So we can get away with running the stock transmission, stock torque converter, and still put a camshaft in it that is a good size. You hear the chop at idle. But you come to a stop, and right now I have this thing idling right around 840, 850 RPM. The car's not trying to push itself forward. Let go of the brake. It's not shaking, jerking, and sitting here to stop. And the Cadillac is pretty smooth, but on the outside, you get that awesome chop. So Mr. Adams, again, he's gonna absolutely love this thing. I'm glad that he chose to add the E85 to it, the flex fuel sensor, and in my opinion, under the hood with the Coil Pack Relocation, it makes your engine bay, it just completely transform it to make it look the way it should from the fact you actually see the engine and you see the supercharger just staring at you as soon as you pop the hood. So any of you guys out there that have a package scheduled to come in with us, talk to our sales staff about adding the billet valve covers to it with the Coil Pack Relocation if you are interested in doing doing more car shows and stuff like that, because even if you just show your buddies, you pop the hood, it looks like $1 million under the hood. In his in particular, instead of doing a normal powder coat, we actually paint matched it, the billet supercharger lid and the valve covers to match the actual color of the vehicle. So his turned out really nice. So again, guys, I'm kind of bragging about this car because I love the way it looks and it drives so nice. You can sit here at a stoplight, the car's not rocking, it's not killing you. The breather that we have in it vents out to the back of the car so you don't smell anything inside the cab. With the high flow cats on it, it's still quiet with the dual mode, but then it also gets loud when you get on it. And just taking off from a little light, we'll keep it in, put it in manual mode. So second gear, leave traction control on. I mean, just blows the tires off, automatically upshifts. I could have left it in drive right there, would have done the same thing. But I like testing the shift points. If y'all have watched my videos before, you know why. Because of customers that want to roll race, someone pulls up next to them, I want to make sure that you can be in the right power band, so you can drop it to what gear you want, floor it and stab it without having to watch your tack and hit the tap up button. So we are gonna go do that one or two more times real quick. I want to check the shift points. And fuel system, we are at, I think it's like 52% ethanol, and he does have a P3 gauge, guys, so you can't see the ethanol content because I'm hooked up to the OBD2 port logging it. But Mr. Adams, when he's driving the car, he'll be able to know exactly what his ethanol content is. And I want to say we recommend for this package keeping it it's like 60% or less. Anything over 60% does have the potential to run a little bit lean because of the injectors being maxed out. Now if he wants more horsepower later, we would port the supercharger, then we would at that time upgrade to the bigger mechanical fuel pump and the larger DI injectors, and then he could be able to run straight E85 without having to worry about checking the level. But even so, most gas stations or most pumps that you get around here in Houston are usually between 60 and 70% anyways. So usually you just have to add a gallon or two of 93 to get it below that around 60% marker. Let's see, what are we at right now? Right now I'm at 51%. I'm checking the IATs look good. Guys, it's over 100 degrees outside. It is the end of the day, it's almost 4 o'clock. So these are the worst kind of conditions, but I like testing the worst kind of conditions, even though most of these customers are driving these cars on the weekends, nighttime, where it's a lot cooler outside. I like to run them in the heat. That way I know the worst case scenario, what it's gonna do. So someone pulls up next to Mr. Adams, he can just hit the M button. We're in 5th gear. He can drop it down. Let's see, 2nd gear. Someone pulls up next to him. He just hands on the wheel. Shit. Thing rips. So y'all can see it spinning the hell out of the tires. You can see traction control light coming on. If he wants it to hook up better, like in 1st and 2nd gear, that's when we'd recommend putting a Toyo on it. He puts a Toyo on it, he could probably get away with turning traction control off and doing what we just did, and with heat in the tires, it would hook up very well. Right now, if we turn traction control off, it could get kind of sketchy. So I'm gonna tell them, leave traction control on until you feel comfortable with the car. Then if you wanna do something crazy, by all means, it's your car, turn the traction control off and do what you want. I'm gonna do it one more time so I have a good log to check the shift points. So second gear. Incredible. This thing is a blast. So not only does it perform well, it drives nice, looks good. Man, again, this was we don't show all of our builds on the YouTube channel just because, man, we can't. We build so many vehicles and time is a constraint. And I wish I could show every car we build, guys. Trust me, I really wish I could. But I had to show this one, even though it's a 9-year-old car, which I cannot believe how fast time flies. It's 9 years old, but it's in great condition. Now with the performance package and how good it looks under the hood, I just had to show this baby off. So I'm gonna get it back to the shop. I gotta get the outside cleaned up, and hopefully Mr. Adams can come pick this thing up and enjoy it for the 4th of July weekend. Those of you that watch our channel, guys, I greatly appreciate it. I really do. Y'all leave comments. I try to read them as best as possible, and I will answer any questions y'all have. So if y'all have questions about the valve covers or the coil pack relocation or how we did the paint and stuff like that, man, comment below. I'll be glad to answer any questions. Yeah, let me get this thing back. Until next time, guys. All right, I just want to point something out, guys. I've owned a business for 20 years. A lot of other people that own businesses understand marketing and the perception of your business, and to me it's very important, and the products that I turn out, and I feel like that's why I've been in business for 20 years. I've always been honest, and the products that we ship out, in my opinion, are far surpassed most customers' needs and goals. And here recently we've had a few, I want to say one customer just got a quote from us and he thought we were overpriced and decided to just go on a rampage and create a whole bunch of different Google accounts and leave a whole bunch of negative Google reviews, which I don't think is fair, especially because he didn't even do business with us. He didn't even give us the chance to do business with us. He just didn't like the pricing of our product or what we were trying to sell him. And for me, that's just not fair. If I'm thinking about a Rolex, if I go to buy a Rolex and it's a $30,000 watch, I just can't, I just won't buy it. I can't afford it. Now, if I bought the Rolex and the serial number was wrong and it broke on me, all right, then I could leave a Google review saying I don't like the product. But to me, I feel it's unfair to leave a Google review when you never even did business with us. So those of you that are watching, if you have done business with me, I'd greatly appreciate leaving a Google review, good or bad. At least that way I can learn from it, from our mistakes, and make the business even better, right? And that's what I've been doing for 20 years. So anyone out there watching, guys, please leave a Google review. And even those of you that have not done work for me, I would feel it'd be unfair to ask y'all to just, hey guys, everyone leave me a 5-star review to help offset these. That's not fair either, right? So those of you watching, if you have built us a vehicle, if I built you a vehicle and you've enjoyed it, or even if you haven't, you've had some bad experiences, by all means, post a Google review. I would like true input, and we'll go from there. But leaving a Google review and never even using the business or using my product, to me, just seems unfair.